What's going on, you guys, and welcome back to Jurassic World Evolution 3. In the last episode, I worked on the Badlands, got it up to 5 stars, completed all of its challenges, and now it's time to focus on Hawaii. If it'll eventually load. I forget how long this takes. I know I say that every single time, every single video. It does have one heck of a loading screen here. Here we go.
Din manages these
Already
sites
taking
for
care of the
clients,
dino
and each
memory
client will
search for
have their
wreck.
own
Yeah, there it
metrics
is
for
right there.
success. These key goals
I
are
need to
how we
figure out how to
calculate our
get
park
or
rating
how to
at
get
each
these
site we work on.
people to go
And I
this
am
way.
entrusting responsibility for these park
I'm not really
ratings to you.
taking a look. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this, I'm going to remove that, and I'm going to adjust this pathway. Alright, so path from right here. Eventually I want to make this all sand. And then I can... Whoa, what's that? That's all awkward. There we go, it's a little bit better. Trying to avoid that rock right there. And then curve it back around and meet up right there. I'm hoping that was the only problem I was having. I have this over here. Nobody's going to check out the galley. Which the galleys are elderly. I need to make a couple more of them. So let's go ahead and start working on it. Gallimimus, where are you, Gallimimus? Here we go. The red or the OG? I think I'm going to go with the OG for the female. And then as for the male, yep. Over to traits. Gonna need to make them last a lot longer. Bam. Okay, get those going. So I'm going to need to add more species to my park. Do I have the room for any attractions? That's what I'm looking at right now. Doesn't look like I have any at all. Every single one of these enclosures is there's no room for any additional space to be taken away with the rides. So I'm gonna have to do some sort of hot air balloon over them. But where to put it? I don't even know anymore. What if paths? What if I decided... Whoa, what's that? No, no, no. How'd that happen? Alright, what if I bring the path back this way? And then we're gonna follow this cliff edge. Yeah, gonna follow the cliff edge, run it straight a little bit because there's going to be an enclosure there. Alright, so yeah, just keep going straight across. Right here, I can begin to curve this way, and then we're gonna follow the water. Another dead dino. And then let me go ahead and bring the road over to here. Drag it out this way. Go for a little bit of a curvature. Try and get it lined up as best I can. And then go straight. And connect it on that. Alright, so where's this dead dino? Ah, of course, the galleys. Alright, let's remove another one. Oh yeah, I forgot. Even though I just placed these down, it's like, I thought I had some cooking. I do have some cooking. We're gonna add one more male and a couple more females in the hopes that I can get them to start breeding for themselves. It's over here. Struthiomimus. I see the Struthies are doing just fine, but these... Is there even a male? That's why they're not breeding. There's no males. Did I never have a male? Oh, that's why. Well, we're gonna have one here shortly. Let's go ahead and speed up that time. Let's see here. Via airlift. Go ahead and introduce that mail to the ladies. Thought I'd already had a mail in my enclosure, unless he died recently, which could have been a problem. And there goes another galley, another galley. They're just dropping like flies. Okay, so I've hit my total appeal. I need to complete one more contract, and then we need to worry about getting some extra species into the park. So from here, let me take a look at my expedition map, and let me think about what I want to add to the park. Let's start over here. I mean, we are in Indonesia, so let's look somewhere near Indonesia. So China. There's some sort of carnivore there. The Uranus, which is an arc, which I use quite often. Allura Titan. Synthosaurus. The Arcti. Diano something or other. Protoceratops. I wonder. No, I'm gonna get some theories. Ooh. Yeah, we're gonna lose $250,000. Things are gonna take a little bit longer. These things do happen. They do happen. Nothing we can do. But in the meantime, it's time for some planning.
Delivery has been completed.
I'm thinking about adding a lagoon. You know, something potentially compatible with the Mosa. If not, then you have some of the smaller fish. Hopefully, should be able to make it look really good. Let's see here. So let's take a look at the variants we have here.
And gentlemen,
I'm just going to go with the basic Jurassic World one.
Asset delivered.
And there. So the next thing that I have to do is I have to add the
Delivery complete.
viewing gallery, which is under attractions. Oh, I need to work on that. Getting the underground sorted. All right, we got a lagoon viewing station. I'm gonna put that. Honestly, thinking here. Yeah, we're just gonna put it over here. Put one here, and then potentially a secondary one, just to cover things a little bit more. Nah, one should suffice for now. Connect a road to it. Another thing I'm gonna need is a little bit of room for my, what are they called? The ranger station, the medical paleo facility, and my maintenance. So we're gonna need to get another team up and operational immediately. I cannot position it that way, so let's go ahead and just add in the big boy first. I can potentially rotate it. And there we go. The next thing I'm gonna need is that maintenance facility, and then I don't have any power for it, but I'm gonna need a ranger station. So I'm thinking about adding over here. Yeah, I'm gonna add it over here. Somewhere just barely within range of the power. Nah, who am I kidding? I'm just gonna put it right here. It is in prime location, prime real estate, I should say. However, I still have some room over here to add a couple things, and the path that I can take along the other side. Next thing that I need to procure would be a hatchery for the aquatic types, which I think that's this. Yeah, it's this right here. Ooh, this is big. That's what she said. Yep, totally 12 again. Alright, so I'm going to add task to that, and I'm also going to add the maintenance. I need to add a maintenance. That's what I was forgetting. I need to add in a maintenance post. Keep everything over here operational. And then I need to add the maintenance. No, 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 no. I need the other maintenance crew. Thank you. There we go. Alright, next on my list is taking a look to see what I have. I've got 96% on the fish. I'm just going to make it a basic, just to get that species in there, as I've already hit my total appeal. Just need to add dinos to the park. That's it. That's all we have to do to hit that 5-star limit.
Any good manager has to know how to delegate, and I'm one good manager. Observe. I'm handing this task to you.
Refresh. Research compatibility. I mean, yeah, I can do that. I can research compatibility
State of the
really
art.
quickly. That's
Brand
my last
new.
mission that I need.
Advanced. Those
down
are
here.
all words that I intend to use in the brochure,
restroom.
so let's put some truth to them, huh?
Yes.
Research this item when you can.
Not dig sites. I have to research genes compatibility. Scientists are busy. Okay. So what I think I need to do is I need to view my scientists. Some of them don't have any training points spent, which increases how much I have to spend on them. So I'm going to just give them a few of their points, just so that it kind of helps out. I don't want to go broke quite yet. There. Let me take a look again. View research, genetics, compatibility, and there we go. Oh, honestly, it's because that guy right there just finished up. Now I have some fossils that I want to look at for the ferry. There we go. Alright, start researching those, and then back over here. Let's go ahead and take a look at some aquatics now. Now that I'm actually thinking about adding water parks, I mean, honestly, this place does make sense for the aquatics. Let me research the Mosa. We are on an island, so it makes a really good spot for some of them. I do want to spend, well, not spend, I want to convert some of the land on Indonesia to housing potentially the mosasaur, which is why I just started working on it right there, as you guys saw. Now for this, I'm going to run the male with the highest genetic trait, as he's the one that can breed with all the females and pass along those higher genetic trait points. At least that's how I would view it working, technically. And get them going. The next thing I need to make is enclosures. I need to go to their food sources, and I need to make a marine feeder. Right there. Perfect. Next thing on my list. What am I going to need here? What am I thinking? Some guests. Let's go ahead and get them a bathroom.
You're turning out to be someone that I can truly rely on.
Let me get
And my
them
trust is not something that many have managed
emergency
to earn.
shelter. Maybe right here. Perfect, perfect. All right, and then they're gonna want some food, so I'm just gonna do the smalls. No, I'm gonna do the mediums. I'm gonna do the mediums. I can't build the largest, but mediums should be more than enough. And then I'll have to add in another little power station. Go ahead and get that unit installed, get the drinks installed, and then the shopping installed. Here we go, medium shopping. Put that in, get another little power source to power everybody. I'm gonna drag it away just a little bit. No, honestly, I'm just gonna shove it down in there. Giggity. And there we go. Got some profits that are about to be rolling in here any minute now, once they realize what I have in store for them. Some Ichthyosaurus, and then whatever else is compatible with them. I might put a couple more, honestly, depending on how well received these aquatics are. I do need to give some sort of variety to my species, so I might even add a flyer cage. You know, that's perfect. I do need to add some sort of variety here. Go ahead and place that one right about there. And I'm going to make a decent sized enclosure. There. So I have a new enclosure, which it's going to need a hatchery, which we will assign. Might as well just put it over here by the power. Yeah. Put that there, and then I'm going to need some sort of aviary, which that's going to be down here in the attractions. Where is it at? That's the lagoon. Aviary viewing gallery. Bam. Connect that. Connect that. And then I'm thinking, since I am over here, okay, since I'm over here, with two different types of animals, with another type just right around the corner, I'm going to add in a large hotel. I'm gonna add in one with potentially a good viewing gallery. I don't need no single story nonsense. I think that one's the best bet. Alright, so let's run this one. We got food nearby. Excellent viewing. Connect that path. And that'll get people to want to come down this way a little bit. Also increases how many people can come to the park. Go ahead and release. My first aquatics.
Fitting that it's a dolphin.
When I was growing up, this is one of my favorite natural
Ichthyosaurus is a
animals.
prehistoric pelagic predator. Try saying that 3 times fast. Just consider this a kind of prehistoric dolphin. Although, don't expect wild swimming with Ichthyosaurus to be on anyone's bucket list, huh?
I mean, I would. Oh, I guess you wouldn't want to. It would eat you alive, wouldn't it? Okay, and since I added in those new teams, I can add in the task to take care of them right now. And get started on adding in the flyers. So aviary viewing, nope, I don't need the viewing, I need the hatchery. So I want to add in, honestly I want to get a Quetzal. I'm going to run a Quetzal. Get all of those negatives taken care of, and then boost its lifespan. Then go to cosmetics. I'm gonna run the 2022 Quetzal, and for the male, I don't know if I want to do blue or red. They're both really good. Honestly, the red pops a lot more. Ooh, hold on. I don't know if I like the purple or the green more. That's not too bad. I think I'm gonna go with the purple. The purple and the red looks really nice, at least to me. And let's go ahead and cook that on up. Hopefully I get 2 eggs out of this. Batch size 1? Ew. Okay, well, I can't cook another one. Okay, well that sucks. At least I can work on one. That's all that really matters, right? Alright, the next thing I'm going to need to do is back down here to the fossils. I did say I wanted to add in the fairy. Did I not? Let's go ahead and begin work on those, and then let's begin work on a fairy cage. I don't think too many things are going to enjoy having the fairy around, so I'm going to give it its own enclosure right over here on the edge of the park. And then let's go ahead and get a fence built up. Just straight on out. Bring it on up, and we're going to follow the edge of the park.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have added a new viewing gallery for you to observe our magnificent animals.
Hold on, just noticed I have 2 dead animals on my park, so let's go ahead and remove them from, what is it? It's a Gallimimus and a Parasaur. A Parasaur from old age? You're kidding. Missing wetlands? What do you mean with missing wetlands? What's going on here? They've got plenty of pasture. Okay, let's add some wetlands for you all then. I think I'm going to add the wetlands right over here by this water. There. Oh, just a smidge more. There. Nice. So that's that need met. What about their companions? Missing pasture. I don't know who has more claim here, honestly. What I am going to do, though, is I'm going to modify my enclosures once more. Since I'm not using this space here, might as well give it to the animal, right? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give this space to the animals. And then go ahead and delete, 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 and delete. And that should open up their missing pasture. Honestly, let me just go ahead and paint that really quick. Just in case it doesn't recognize the pasture. And there. Thinking we're good to go. As soon as they explore down that way, I speed that up, and now it's time to move on. How's the Quetzal coming along? What's going on here? I was about to say, you're still missing pasture, but you haven't even explored the new area that I've given you, have you? No, they have not. I wonder if they will. You got a new enclosure. Go check it out, you guys. Come on. I made it specifically for you. Alright, back over to the fossils. Let's go ahead and cook up. Oh, I can only do one of them. I'm going to do the better of the fossils first. And then I'm seeing that I need to give my people a much needed break. Specifically this guy. Honestly, anybody not working can take a little break. Alright, and then from here, select eggs. That's 3. It's not too bad. Not too bad. I'm going to cook up another one and take a look at its needs. Or not its needs. I'm going to take a look at its traits. Try and find, like I said, the one that has the most traits I usually like to give to the males, as they can theoretically pass those traits on to a variety of females. Lots of water, just in case. Just in case. Ah, we have some new babies showing up. Nice! New babies are always a pleasure to see here at the park. And let me see, who do you enjoy? Ichthy likes no species. Okay. And what's your 400% open water? You like no species, you say? Well, okay, whatever. I'll just leave that be for right now. Just a few more moments and I can have all the rest of my scientists available, and I can select another Quetzal here to craft up, and then I can release them both. And so make another Quetzal. It takes 3 people. And then let me see if I can take a look at their... I cannot. No, V2, hold on. No, I cannot. Okay. That's unfortunate. I was hoping I could tell what species it likes to hang out with just from that right there, but unfortunately, it didn't work out that way. Now, as for food, they do like fish. They all like fish, so I'm going to add in a couple. Just because I plan on having at least 2, maybe 3 species in here. Let me clean up the water now that they have enough of it. They're going to need more land. Some of them are going to probably want arid. Hold on. That doesn't look That doesn't look right.
Ladies and
It was
gentlemen,
beginning to look like an appendage.
taking Monarch to the park.
Okay, so we have 2. So that's going to be my female, that's going to be my male. Let's go ahead and select the eggs, and let's begin incubation. What's the requirement? 13. So I'm just going to do that 3, that way I can select these ones and run this one alongside it. Ship them on out, and here we go. Alright, so trees are going to be something that they're potentially going to want, so I'm going to hook up certain parts of the enclosures here with some woodlands. I'm going to leave part of it open over here. But there's the trees. I believe that some of them want arid, so I'm just going to put a little spot of arid, just for right now. Okay. And then on the other side, I think I'm going to add, let's try barren as well. And then I can always repaint what I need to have more of. It's always nice to have a little variety going on in here. All right, then wetlands. So like there. And then I guess pasture for the rest of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased
Right, let's see what the
to
Quetzal
welcome
wants.
Overraptor to
Oh,
the
never
park.
mind. Never mind. I thought that was the Quetzal I was releasing. And so I need a couple more species. 4 more to be exact. Oh yes, I was working on the Theory cage. Alright, Struthies are fighting. Nothing wrong with that. It does happen. One is asserting its dominance over the remaining pack. Or the rest of the pack, not the remaining pack. As if like there's only 3 or 4 of them left. Yes, that should be enough room. I think I'm going to just give it an extra little space there. Really go overkill and try and find something that this Theory enjoys having in its enclosure. And then that'll take care of 2 dinos, and the Quetzal will take care of 1, and then whatever the Quetzal enjoys having around it will go in there, and that'll be all 14 species. And it's only
Staying
27 minutes
prepared
in.
and
Good
vigilant
God.
means getting
I'm doing
tasks
really
done
well,
as
honestly.
efficiently as possible. I trust that's how you'll handle this objective.
I don't need them. I've got all of my contracts completed. That's all I needed. One thing I'm going to need to do though is remove the trees from right there. Okay. And then add some sort of area for my park rangers to get in. That's a good spot. Alrighty, from here, the next thing I'm going to work on is potentially looking at their needs here. So the beanbags takes care of 1. Then you want to look for variety. Okay, so if I do these 2, that takes care of that. And a fountain. Hold on, this one we can potentially do better. Okay, so we can do the booth seating, which will take care of 2 things. Yep, takes care of 2 things. And then I can work in the fish tank and a fossil zone. And then that one's making plenty of money. Change features, get some bean bags, get a fossil, and get a fountain. Just make sure everybody's needs are met more or less, because that's going to be the people that you're bringing in. And I can do 2 birds, 1 stone with that. Hold on, no, I can't. 2 birds with that one. And then I can top off the bean bags, and I can top off the fountain. And then there we go. And if we're sacrificing a little bit of money, that's fine. I'm just trying to maximize the amount of guests per the amenity, which, as you see here, will start to rack in those funds. It's all about the numbers. All about the numbers. It's all about the numbers with most things in life, honestly. Go ahead and release the Quetzal. Ooh, this is a big one. Just as big as it is on Ark. I don't think it's going to be happy in this small enclosure. What do you mean small enclosure?
The
That's a big
largest
enclosure.
flying
No, it's
animal
not.
we humans have
That's
ever
what, like,
discovered.
arid, it likes all the things I added in, honestly.
Named after the Aztec god
hold on.
Quetzalcoatl, of course.
It's getting better.
Simply
It's exploring.
magnificent. These massive winged reptiles
It's
once
water.
dominated the
There's
skies.
plenty of water, so I can
Now,
cut back on the
we
water.
can see them
and then I
doing
just
the
need to
same
see
again.
some barren. I don't see any pasture need. Okay, so I'm gonna add in some more barren because that seems to be what it wants. I had no idea you could see the little hearts right here. That's cool. I never did that while in this mode. I've always just sat here and guessed at what I needed. But there we go. Let's add in that second Quetzal. And there it is. Another Quetzal. Alright, now let me take a look at what they enjoy having with them.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are
Okay,
pleased to
so
welcome a Quetzalcoatlus
where's it at?
to
Right
the park.
here? No. No like species. Really? Dislikes everything due to aggressive trait. I mean, okay. That's fine. I can just have the Quetzals in there and do you guys. I was kind of banking on... You know what? I'm going to do another enclosure here. Yeah, I'm going to do another one. However, this one... It's going to be for... the excess. Okay. And then from here, go to attractions. Gonna need another one of these. And I'm gonna add in probably the Caillou and whatever the Caillou is and was interested in having alongside them. Let's get another power source right over here. And then, since that's the viewing gallery, we're gonna need... No, we don't. We got the hatchery. That's fine. Perfectly fine. Next, go back down here. We're gonna need a splash of water. Right about here. Okay, and then let's get that in there. Honestly, what I can do is I can get 2 of those in here. Number 1 and number 2. Alright, and then off to the races we go. And so Inner Bay, the Caillou is kind of small, so is the Dimorph. They like the Quetzal, but the Quetzal hates everything. They like tapes. And tapes like them. You know what? I'm going to make some tapes. Tapes are my cousin's favorite, so I mean, I would be remiss not to have his favorite dino in my park. So I'm going to go ahead and cook up a batch of them. And I'm going to cook up a batch of the Cailloux. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to modify this little stretch of land right here so that I can add just a small little addition. And then down to roads. Remove, 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 bring up. Excuse me. And connect. Okay. Then back over here, 2 enclosures. The aviary dome that I wasn't able to place in, now I can, and it should cover most of it. Next. The tape is ready, so let's go ahead and select our eggs. That's going to be the male. Desired population is 2. Begin incubation. Select him. So it says they want 3. Want some cover and some pasture. Okay, so what I can do is first things first. It's going to want a little bit of cover and some pasture. So I'm going to do a little bit of combo here. If I can. Doesn't look like I can. So there's a little bit of cover. And I'm going to do a lot of pasture. Pasture on that end and pasture on this end. And that leaves a lot of my habitation here to still be worked if I need it to be. Okay. Then let me select this. That's going to be my male. Desired population 2, begin. Cook. Alright, release via airlift. Can I put them in here? Inaccessible. Okay, so I need to build a hatchery. So I should have just made it myself over here. Alright, so aviation hatchery. Put it down right here. Go ahead and slot a road from the hatchery down to here. Then I'm going to need a ranger team to add a task. And then I'm going to need my paleo medical to add task. And then, and only then, can I release via airlift. So, 1, 2, and 3. A couple more minutes left on that. Let me speed up time. And listen to my little one laughing in the background. It's good to hear her laugh, you guys. There was a time several months ago where I feared I'd never be able to hear that laugh again. Definitely changes your perspective on life. How precious it really is. Now, during the daytime, I hang out with my family, my daughter. Usually I'd be, doing some sort of video game, playing some sort of video game, or trying to make a recording, or just random shenanigans, honestly. Now I focus on my daughter a little bit more. A lot of bit more. There's no little bit more. Yeah, it was very, very scary there for a moment. Irritate her. I mean, let me go ahead and get some fossils for you. I have no idea what you are, but you sound kind of cool.
We are pleased to welcome
And I come up to the hatchery, and I believe I can access the ferry now. Let's go ahead and cook some of them up. Wherever their percentage is at. Oh, where are you at, Miss Your Theory? Ooh, 70%. Can I even make any females out of that? I think I would need to have, 75 to 80% before I can add a male.
Delivery has been completed.
We are pleased to welcome
Asset being transported.
Let it go and explore a little bit. Once it hits that back, it'll be very, very happy. It's got more water than it knows what to do with. It's got more than enough area. Just needs to go fly back there to that cover. Okay, now that that's done, go ahead and release them into the wild.
Picking up asset.
It said I could release them here, but none of these actually enjoy anybody. Or we can release them over here. Mission cover. Come on, just fly up over there. You'll get it here in a second, I promise.
We are pleased to welcome a Caillou Ajara
Go on,
to the
go
park.
fly. Are those the tapes? They're pretty small, not gonna lie.
Asset has been collected.
Maybe. No, we're just gonna wait for them to explore the cage a little bit more. Having more dinos in there should spread them out a little bit. See, there we go, getting pushed back.
We are pleased
As
to
for the
welcome
Caillou,
a Caillou
Transportation
Ajara to the
underway.
park.
Transportation complete.
Alright, so I need just a little bit more. What is that? A little more arid. Okay, a little more arid. Okay, there's the arid. And then I think I actually just covered over the barren, so go ahead and reintroduce the barren. Cape is missing cover. It's barely even discovered the patch of cover back there. Honestly, it's really annoying that it's not going back there to take a look. Oh, hold on. We got one going that way to explore. 90% cover. Alright, so what I'm going to have to do is add just a smidge more cover. Probably right about here. Yeah, some more cover like right here, and that should take care of them. Now that all species in there are happy, all species in here are happy, all species in there are happy, I need to make one more dino and that's it. So, it's time to go after the Theory once more. If I can remember where the Theory was located. Was it back over this way? No. There we go. Send for that. I just have one more animal to place in, and that should be my 5 stars. Should be. If this Theory is what it's cracked up to be, then it's definitely going to be a 5-star. Theory should be a high ranking. High appeal, I mean. I've got more than enough appeal, honestly, so I think it's literally just the dinos. Like, every time I added in a dino, it shot up significantly. And let's take a look at remaining fossils. They're all for the irritator. I'm gonna hold off. You know what? No, I'm not. Give you fossils. Begin those. It's less time on the fossils than it is for the expedition, so that's, that was a good choice right there to make. Just waiting for those timers to complete. Okay, so it does look like we're getting some movement here in the park. Now, one thing that I wanted to add was an attraction. I was thinking of adding in this behemoth. But where to put it? Right over here? Right over here? I'm not sure where. Maybe right here. Yep, right here. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, pause out the game, just so that I can get this going on real quick. No. I get to come back this way, there you go. Just go all around the park, It doesn't have to look pretty, you guys. It just has to, get the job done. And there we go. Track is completed. It's a windy mess, but it's a good windy mess. Now we're going to transport out that Gallimimus, unpause the game, and we have fossils for the Theory. Theory. Get those going immediately. That way I can begin modifications of the Theory. Another dino is dead. So let's go ahead and transport it on out of here.
Asset collection request.
That's 2 dinos. Oh, there's an extra one that died over here. Another Gallimimus. Okay, well, we're still looking good for dino count.
Asset transportation in progress.
Got a good crowd. I'm not sure what the proper word would be. A good
I'm
spread
asking
of
for
the
your
crowd
help on
out?
this
I don't
one.
know.
Not on
My brain
behalf
doesn't
of the
function
conservation
like the rest
sector,
of your guys's.
but as a personal favor.
Nah, I'm not even worried about it. Alright, so just waiting on the Theory. Oh, hold on, I think I just finished. Alright, so go into here, and then a ye old Theory should be 80%? 80%. There we go. Let's go ahead and modify the gene. I'm going to go with the Theory from the 2022. Ooh, that thing looks evil. Red and the blue, that looks really nice. Now go to traits. These things are very aggressive, so it's going to be the only thing in the pen. And begin. Gonna need one batch size 1. Are you serious? I'm gonna have to cook out 2 of these? Ew. Oh, and I can't even do it if I wanted to. I literally have to wait on him. Okay, well, we're getting the fairy placed out now. Just need to cook up a male and 1 female, and that's all she wrote. That'll be another 5-star park completed. And honestly, even after adding that 1 attraction, I was thinking the park would have jumped up in its star rating, regardless of the actual total number of dinos. But it looks like you actually need to hit that dino count. So just a few more seconds, and then I can cook up another one. We can get them both shipped out together. All right, there. Scroll on down. Select it on up. And cook it up. And then I did see that I have another scientist who's getting ready to quit on me. New scientist. He's on a synthesis. Go ahead and give you a break. He's getting ready to be done with the place too. Complete a few more things here. I'm gonna storm inbound. But that's not gonna hinder me. I'm getting this part completed, you guys. Alright, so this one has a total of 4 traits, so that's probably gonna be my male. Just waiting for this other one to cook up, which potentially is going to be the female. We'll find out here any second. Any second. They're a bit expensive. Around 1.2, 1.3 mil. But I feel that they're going to be worth it. Usually the more expensive the dino, the better the appeal. And this is... Ooh, that's our male. And that's our female. Begin incubation. It's a 9. Okay. I want to get these as exact as I can. And that way I can cook both of them up together. Well, I guess cooking wouldn't be the right terminology in this aspect. Incubating would be. Let's go ahead and get them incubated together. Let me see if I can't get this one. And there we go. Both of them are running. And then here, in a minute and some change, because I am on 3 times speed, we'll have this at 5-star rating. And I didn't even bother taking a look at anything that I needed. But I do know that the first thing that I'm requiring is a maintenance post for over here. Let's go ahead and assign said maintenance team. Start repairing all my stuff. And yeah, there we go. Looking really good. Just waiting on these 2 eggs to be completed, and we will be done. I guess I could add the water in, and I can add some tree cover. So let me go ahead and do that now. Let's go ahead and add in some tree cover along the edge of the enclosure. Bring it down. And then same thing over here. Tree cover along the enclosure edge. Another dead dino. What is it this time? Another Gallimimus. Thank God I decided to, boost their numbers at the beginning of this video. Ah, here we go. Alright, time for the fairies. They want ground leaf and cover. Okay, ground leaf and
I can't
cover.
even recognize this site as my little research station anymore. Phenomenal.
It has been far from little for
Just
some
waiting on this, and
time.
I'll add in that ground leaf.
Dr. Baldera, your work at
And
this
that's the
site
5 stars, you
may have
guys.
very well started something that could change the world.
Maybe. Hopefully. As long as we're doing everything we can to help the dinosaurs survive out there, but what we've done so far? Wow. I'd be content to spend the rest of my days here amongst the dinosaurs.
That's a lovely dream. But I get the sense that you and I are a lot alike. Our place is out there, trying to improve the world for future generations. Come, let's keep up this good work elsewhere.
The Therizinosaurus may be an herbivore, but you could have fooled me looking at those claws. Either way, this dinosaur's unique physiology gives it a real presence. And presence always draws in a crowd. Glad to have this one on site.
I own an island trophy. Very nice. What are they missing? 2 environmental needs. Missing ground leaf, which I thought I just added more than they know to do with. Guess I was wrong. Let's go ahead and slowly paint it in while they continue to fight. Five stars achieved. Reward is a Maiazosaur statue. Gonna go ahead and continue on up here. Missing ground leaf. I don't understand why. There's ample ground leaf. Oh well, let's just add in some more. Just really place it on in here. Lots and lots and lots and lots of ground leaf. Are they content? They are. Alright you guys, that was the Hawaiian part up to the 5 stars. If you enjoyed this one, make sure to smack those buttons, especially if you're new. It lets YouTube know that you want to see more of this kind of content, not just from me, but other content creators like me creating from this game. And that is going to push me a little bit more because you're liking my video, but yeah, that's going to benefit me. It might benefit you if you're enjoying it. We'll see. The thing with YouTube, you know, there's going to be moments where there's videos you enjoy and videos that you don't. You're probably going to come back and forth from the channel. There's probably going to be times where you're going to unsub and then you're going to see something that I made that you're enjoying, you're going to resub, and that's just how YouTube is. That's how humanity is. If you haven't made something that I like in a while, well, I mean, yeah. What are you guys? That's it. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me go ahead and take care of this other dino. And then, can you move? Thank you. Thank you. Are there any fossils that I need to take care of really quickly? Yes, there are. So if you have any fossils left at your park, make sure to get all of them taken care of, as they will literally sit there, and you're not going to know what you have left. No, I don't want to fire, I want to rest. Here we go. I had a couple times now where there were fossils on other locations.
We're both
but
busy
that's
people,
besides the
so
point.
let me be direct.
Hope you guys
I have
enjoy
a
the rest of
task
your
I'd
day.
like
You
completing,
guys take care
and
and
I
stay
think
safe.
you're the one for the job.
And I'll catch you in the next one. Later, guys.